The Great Pyramid is a temple of initiation. This is the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Egyptologists tell us that it is a tomb for the ancient pharaoh, Khufu, even though Khufu's mummy was never found in it. In fact, no pharaohs have ever been found in any of the large pyramids. Here is the tomb of the pharaoh, Tutankhamun. It is covered with hieroglyphs and paintings, and it contained a coffin made of solid gold. Here is the so-called king's chamber of the Great Pyramid. Nothing but blank walls. No paintings, no hieroglyphs, no royal mummy covered in gold and jewels. Just a plain simple room with an empty sarcophagus. It looks nothing like a royal tomb. Why? Because it isn't one. So, if the Great Pyramid is not a tomb, then what is it? According to the American psychic, Edgar Cayce, the story of the Great Pyramid goes back many thousands of years. During those ancient times, according to Cayce, a priest by the name of Ra conceived of a spiritual monument to last for all time. What we now know as the Great Pyramid. Hermes, who is often mentioned in Egyptian legends, was the architect of the project. Cayce said that the priests of Egypt used the Great Pyramid as a temple of initiation for what he called the White Brotherhood. He said that both Jesus and John the Baptist went through an initiation in the Great Pyramid. This initiation involved bringing an initiate into the king's chamber and having him lie in the sarcophagus alone to meditate for an extended period of time. Perhaps even days. The chamber would be completely dark and silent and would act as a sensory deprivation chamber. This would allow the initiate to clear his mind of all distractions. So, here you have someone meditating in a place where there's no sound, no light. In addition, you have this enormous pyramid concentrating all of its energy on the central point of the pyramid. It must have been an incredible experience. The pyramid itself would aid in this endeavor, since it was designed to be a focus of electromagnetic energy. A pyramid can do this because it is a model of three-dimensional reality. If you take a two-dimensional square and use only one point to make it a three-dimensional object, the result is a pyramid. The Great Pyramid focuses electromagnetic energy by mirroring three-dimensional reality in on itself, in the same way that opposing mirrors make smaller and smaller images of each other into infinity. The ability to focus energy is even contained in the name, pyramid. Pyra comes from the word for fire, pyro, and mid means middle. So, pyramid means fire in the middle, or a focus of electromagnetic energy. A recent study in the Journal of Applied Physics proved that pyramids do indeed focus electromagnetic energy. Cayce said that the empty sarcophagus represents the fact that there is no death, or in other words, that the soul survives the death of the body. Cayce also said that the stones above the king's chamber and the color of the stones represent the changes that will occur in religious thought during our time period. For years, I tried to figure out what Cayce meant by this. Then one day, I was in that half-asleep, half-awake state and it hit me. The stones are an arrow representing the raising of Kundalini energy through the 7 endocrine glands of the body during meditation. The 5 lower stones are made of red granite, which represents the body, where all 5 of the lower endocrine centers are located. The 2 higher stones are made of gray limestone, and they are connected, as the 2 higher centers, the pituitary and the pineal, are connected by the hypothalamus. The builders of the Great Pyramid used gray limestone to represent the 2 higher centers of the brain, which is gray. Even more esoteric is the fact that limestone was used. The pituitary and the pineal gland regulate the amount of lime in the body, so limestone was a perfect symbol for the 2 higher glands. Cayce tells us that the 7 stones above the king's chamber represent the raising of our spiritual vibration through meditation, and that this will be the change which will occur in religious thought during our time period. So, the Great Pyramid was not only a temple of initiation, but also prophecy in stone predicting the future of religious thought on the earth. For more information subscribe to our channel or go to 2026awakening.com.